All right, grown-ups, it's just our time. I love the babies, but to help you, I gotta speak my mind. This segment's here to help you grow with book reviews, lessons, and things you'll be glad to know. If your little one's restless or looking to play, send them to my other playlist. The read-alouds there will brighten their day. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the Teacher Lady Show. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Behind the Book. I'm Miss Erica, the Teacher Lady, your fairy godparent when it comes to sharing joyful stories and growing young minds. Now, every single week on the Teacher Lady Show, we have a new topic. And this week's topic is all about school readiness. We want our little ones to be prepared for their big day. We want them to be confident and organized and just ready to go. And of course, we're using picture books to be able to do so. Now, this week's feature books are The King of Kindergarten and The Queen of Kindergarten, written by Derek Barnes and illustrated by the talented Vanessa Brantley Newton. Now, I got an opportunity to connect with Miss Vanessa about all of her wonderful books and work, and I'm so glad we got to feature her art on this channel, okay? Now, on this Behind the Book review, we will be going over the glows, what I think was done well, the grows, what I think could have been done differently, who this book is for, how do you utilize it as a resource in order to have a more robust conversation with your child around them starting school, and more. All in this episode of Behind the Book, where we go beyond the pages to get to the heart of the story. Summary in my own words. So The King of Kindergarten and The Queen of Kindergarten are two books dedicated to Black joy and celebration and just overall that transition of starting in a new school. Both of them are confident, they're organized, and they are ready to go and explore. In terms of the take-home message and the target age group, I would say that there are a lot of take-home messages around attitude determining altitude. Like, I feel like for children, the way in which they go into class, the way in which they start their mornings, the way in which their parents are excited about school really does impact the day that they'll have. And so throughout the book, what I appreciate is the take-home messages of feeling good about the experience. There's a take-home message of kindness and being kind to the people that are around you and making new friends. The take-home message of trying something new but being confident in that. The take-home message of school being a fun place of learning and growth, and even a point of rest. There's a period in the day where they get to have snack and rest time. And just overall, these two characters have a really beautiful and bright attitude towards this experience, which is just phenomenal. And so all of those take-home messages can definitely help your child to feel ready to go for their big day. In terms of age group, most children start kindergarten about 5 years old. And I would say that's about where you can start, reading this book at. 4 years old is fine as well. I think because the pictures were so brightly and well done that even children who are not quite reading yet independently will still be able to very clearly understand the message, because it's just a message of excitement around this new experience. Who this book is for? Definitely children who are on their way to school, right? I would even say children who are transitioning. Maybe they started preschool at one school but for kindergarten, they're going to another, or maybe they started kindergarten somewhere, but they're actually going to first grade somewhere else. Just anything around schooling and transition in those early years, I would definitely recommend using this book as a resource, because it's written in this way that the child should be excited for their journey, not necessarily scared of it or think that it's going to be a bad thing, but it really is written in this very positive language and tone. And so that brings me to the perfect transition for my glows and my grows for this story. So for the glows, one is that I think that it's super important when we have children who are trying something new and different to show them the positive side of it. And so one of my glows is just the attitude of joy around schooling for both books, right? There really is this underlying kind of energy of happiness and joy, and we can't wait for the day, and we are ready. There is a confidence there when it comes to both of these characters that is easy to replicate. Like, it is easy to read this and be like, I'm ready for school too. And although I'm not in school anymore as a student, I do work in a school. And so even for me, it kind of gave me that boost. Like, it's time to go back, after break, and I'm good to go. And so I definitely feel like that is one of the glows. I think the other glow is all of the Easter eggs around Black culture, which I love. There's like mud cloth. The teacher has natural hairstyle, curly hairstyle. The family is Black. The baby son. It's just a lot of little kind of Easter eggs and kind of background images around Black culture, which I love. I love that the teacher talks about jazz music and using it to calm and relax the children. It's just a lot of intentionality, which brings me to my last glow for now. The book has a lot of intentionality around every aspect of it. The Black culture that is represented, the happiness and joy that is represented, the way in which we want children to show up for school, being prepared, getting your outfit out, feeling good and looking good, and just having that positive energy very clearly came through in this book. I definitely recommend you check it out. Now, in terms of grows, I would say that there's only one, and it's not removing anything. It's only adding. I would have loved if there was a resource, some sort of guide to help children get ready for their big day, some sort of checklist or just things to know or things to look for. I feel like because this book is so educational in the sense of getting children ready and excited for school, something like that would have just taken it all the way over the top. Again, nothing that I would remove. I just wanted more. And that also speaks to how brilliant I believe that this body of work is. Discussion points to have with your child. As you're reading these books, I would definitely recommend that you talk about how they're feeling. How are you, feeling about your big day? What are you looking forward to? What are you nervous about? Can you relate to some of the things that MJ said in the book, or can you relate to what is being said in The King of Kindergarten? And to figure out where are the concerns so that they can be addressed, and also to celebrate. I would really bring home that this is a consistent piece of growing up in this country and in our society. This is what we do. I went to kindergarten, your grandparents went to kindergarten. This is pretty typical. And that also helps them to not feel like I'm the only one or something bad is going to happen, because it is a normal part of our society. So using the book to honestly hold a discussion to gauge how your child is feeling and where you can be of support is going to be a best practice for this book. Now, in terms of my final thoughts, I would say that these books are very well made in terms of the writing. The illustrations are incredible. It's a pick-me-up book, meaning you read it and you get excited. You get excited about whatever you're doing, right? Because they are so excited and they're so confident. And I love that. We don't have enough stories that shine confidence in Black children, that shine readiness and school readiness. And so I would really say that Derek did an amazing job writing in a way that I have yet to see as an educator myself. So thank you so much for learning with me and for growing with me. If you have not done so, be sure to check out both read alouds on the Teacher Lady Reads playlist. I also want to let you know that I am an author and an illustrator, so please check out my work. And I would love for you to support something called the Empathy Library. Now, the Empathy Library is a pay-it-forward program that gets intentional books to children in need on purpose, okay? So, for example, if on our list we have a girl and she's about to go into kindergarten, guess what book she might receive? The Queen of Kindergarten. And so it really is an awesome idea. I encourage you to check that out. Until next time, you remember to enjoy the moment or go be a joy in the moment. Bye.